Hi, my name is Zachary Hoover,
And I'm Yair Pincer.
and we are in Group 3 of the GEODS 330, Section 104 class. Our group was assigned with Fiji water and why or how they greenwash. We wanted to do a little different than the paper, so this video kind of goes into the more broad terms of things, but our paper definitely goes into more fine details.
So what is Fiji water? Fiji water is known as the best stuff on Earth. It claims to be untouched by man and Earth's finest water. Their marketing gives no claims on whether or not the product is green. However, through advertising and the reputation they have built over the years, they in fact seem very, very green, and many people associate it with green and sustainability.
So, in order to determine how greenwashed Fiji water was, we determined the 7 sins of greenwashing. One being hidden trade-offs. So some attributes are greens, but others are unsustainable. So basically, it would be like them hiding some bad practices by using more good practices. The second one we talked about was no proof. So basically, that was just claims of being green that cannot be validated by reputable third parties. So basically, there's no actual evidence that the claims they're making are valid. Third is vagueness. This is one that was very common in Fiji water, and it's basically that degree claims are not well defined and they have sort of a vague terminology that isn't quite factual. 4 is irrelevance. There's some truth to it, but ultimately meaningless in overall claims, so it really has no relevance to being green or whatnot. The fifth one we did was less of two evils, truthful green claims, but missed the mark. So saying something's false when it's not as bad as something else, essentially. 6 was fibbing, so basically just saying that green claims are false. Pretty easy, just lying. Another 7 was false labels, made up a label promoting a green claim. We'll get to that one later.
So we split this up into two different subsections. The first section on the left, as you can see where they are only guilty, is what happened prior to 2011 when they were sued for their lying in their practice of being green. On the right-hand side, you can see what they currently are after the new lawsuit changes. So in the past, they are guilty, as you can see, of all 7 sins. Now they're a little bit better because they take away a lot of their green claims. For example, in vagueness or irrelevance, they said that the water is purified by the wind. Wind has no purifying abilities, which they did claim. Another example is they took off the idea that they're green. They didn't promote being green anymore, but they still rely on the old reputation. Finally, what they still do is they're incredibly vague about what they're doing. They say that they're promoting green practices. However, we have no understanding of what that means. They simply say we promote green practices in business and in our dealings, which, as we can see, incredibly vague.
So, in order for our group to look closer at whether or not how greenwashed Fiji water is, we decided to give it a ranking out of 7. So we gave Fiji a score of a 2 out of 7 score. We based this mostly on their current claims and website, which is not very guilty of greenwashing, mostly of just two sins of greenwashing that were not as bad as some of the others. However, in the past, before they were sued, they were guilty of all types of greenwashing, and we believe that this still help them in today's society with people still thinking that they're green, who are unaware of the fact that basically they were just greenwashing the whole time. So we kind of based our ranking on a little bit of both, but definitely more weighted towards the more current stuff.
So which sin they're most guilty of? We said that the sin that they're most guilty of is irrelevance. Like I mentioned before, Fiji water claims that it begins in a cloud and is thus purified by a cloud. Like I said earlier, this is not how purification processes work. Additionally, these statements appear on their advertisements, and which promotes the fact that it does it. However, as we mentioned before, this is a lie and completely irrelevant, as it does not actually make the water any more green.
So what has the company actually done well? The company's been guilty of all 7 sins of greenwashing in the past. Currently, our group could not find any evidence that the company is still guilty of fibbing, so we decided this is probably the one that they're doing most of. This was one of the things that their lawsuit had most infringed upon. So obviously, the company would not want to get sued again, so they got rid of most of their fibbing. So that's pretty good for them. So next up, basically, we took of Fiji water label, the one here of a 6-pack of the Fiji water. This is the original image it looks like. At the bottom it says natural artisan water. Yeah, all water is natural, artisan, who knows what that means. So that's kind of irrelevance and vagueness. And so to fix this image, we kind of made an honest label for it. And so you can see at the bottom, it's just regular water, put in a plastic bottle and plastic packaging, just like every other type of water bottle. It's not good for the environment in any way. If you want to be good for the environment, you should just get a reusable water bottle. We just wanted people to be aware that, yeah, all water is bad. Pretty much there's no way it can be good. And the only solution is going to be to actually get a reusable water bottle. And last is our bibliography of the quote we used in the presentation. So, well, thank you for watching our presentation. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good one. Enjoy.